Didn't go live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm glad. No problem. Hi everyone, I think we're a minute early, so if you are here and you can say hello, I would love to know that you're joining us tonight. And of course, if you have any requests, you are always welcome to make them in the chat or let me know before class. And we'll give everyone one more minute. I think it's 6:59. Oh, it's 7 on the dot. All right. Cool, we got 5, now 6 people. We'll give maybe 30 more seconds. See if we get a 7th person. How you feeling, Matt? Okay, awesome. So, got a comment, let's see. Okay, wonderful. Requests for inversion. So we'll do some forward folds and downward dogs. I'll see if we can fit in any other types of inversions today. Maybe feet over the head later in class. But I might not be able to set us up for anything too much more complicated than that with what I have going tonight. Great suggestion, though. All right, so welcome everyone to Tuesday Night Yoga. So glad you're here. Tonight we are going to be focusing on the Manipura chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra, located right behind, or sometimes referred to as just above the navel. And right around the upper belly kind of diaphragm area. So we did a root chakra class a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of people said they liked that. So what we're going to do tonight is focus on some poses that involve core strength at the beginning of class to kind of activate that area. Then we'll learn a little bit more about it later and incorporate it into our meditation and savasana in the middle and end of class. So a couple people have let me know that some of the standing poses have been a little bit challenging, and I really recommend using a chair if you have one, or just being near a wall or a desk. This way you can just put a hand on it. And we'll do some lunging poses. So keep in mind you don't have to go all the way to the floor. You can always just stay up on a chair. And also for people who have wrist challenges, we won't do a ton of stuff on the wrists today, but if you want, you can always swap out a downward dog for a puppy dog or a child's pose or a forward fold. And of course, anytime we do a plank, you can come down to your elbows, or same with cat-cow, just on your forearms. All right, so let's get started in child's pose tonight. You can come to any version of child's pose you like. I'm going to start with a nice wide knee pose. Toes come together to touch. And you can take your time getting in it, really feeling your way, sliding your hands forward, and relaxing your forehead on the mat. And since we'll focus on the core area tonight, for the time being, see if you can just let it go. Let your belly hang. Just relax. Just settling in, letting go of the day. And releasing any muscle tension. Just let it go. If you'd like, you can set an intention for your practice tonight. It can be anything at all.
And if nothing comes to mind, maybe just an intention to enjoy every movement, every breath.
When you're ready, you can start to walk your way up. Bring your knees to parallel and come to all fours, tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips. We'll take a few cat-cow breaths. You can take any version of cat-cow you like. Rounding and arching the spine, relaxing the head on the cat, and lengthening the spine on the cow. Maybe seeing right away in this cat-cow if you can engage the core as you round in for the cat. In a moment, we'll move to standing. You can get there however you'd like, but if you would want to try a downward dog, bring your spine to neutral. Press down evenly into both hands. Tuck your toes and lift your hips high to the sky. Upper body reaches back, head relaxed, and pedal out your feet, reaching one heel to the floor and the other. When you're ready, you can choose if you want to walk your feet towards your hands or your hands towards your feet for forward fold. Once you're there, on your next inhale, lift halfway to a flat back with a long spine. And exhale to fold. Slowly roll to stand. We'll keep that going a little longer. Arms reach overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Feel free to move at your own pace. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Slowly roll to stand. Keep going, moving with your breath, nice and strong through the core. And gentle through the neck as you fold. Noticing the slight pause in between the inhale and exhale, and in between the exhale and inhale. On this next round, when you forward fold, stay for just a moment. In this forward fold, you can walk your feet together to touch, and then bend your knees to come down to a little squat here, and relax your head, rounding into a little ball. Breathe into your backside. Then when you're ready, you can slowly drop your heels, straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Nice and slowly roll to stand. This time, arms reach to the sky and stay. Maybe a little back bend at the top as you gaze up at your fingers. And then come back to neutral. Reach your hands to your elbows. We'll do a little side stretch here. So staying long through your spine, we're just going to take a little side to side motion. Go at your own pace. And see if you can keep lengthening even as you bend. So engaging in your upper abdominals and lower. Maybe making this kind of a soothing rhythm. And if this is a little more than you're looking for on your shoulders right now, you can just relax your arms, no problem. And come back to center. Release your left hand. Right hand comes to the side of your head for a gentle neck stretch. Right ear towards right shoulder. Breathe here. Let out a big sigh anytime you feel inclined. And other side. Move nice and slow. Okay, one more breath. And come back to center. All right, so there we go. Come to the front of your mat. Let's see, I'll start over here. There we go. Okay, come to the front of your mat. And first, just check down at your feet, pick up your toes, give them a wiggle. Feel the corners of your feet pressing down into the floor, and then lower your toes. Nice grounded stance here. And then bring the weight to the left foot. Here's where you might have a chair or a wall handy if you'd like. Grounding down into your left foot, lift your right knee to 90 degrees or any height that feels good. Engage through your core. You can bring your hands to your hips. And we're just gonna bend and straighten the leg a few times. So maybe yours is just right down here on the floor, or maybe you can get a little more height. Whatever version you're in, see if you can allow this movement to be animated more from the core, or maybe more supported from the core. So really engaging. Still, of course, your leg is working, but with that extra core support, maybe you can hold a second longer. One more. And keeping that same core engagement, we're gonna nice and slowly step back to lunge. So fun little exercise to practice that core engagement in lunge. Bring your hands up to cactus and imagine there's a wall right in front of you that you're trying to push over. So now turn on the muscles of your body you would need to push that wall over. Let's just hold for 3 breaths. I know this is a challenging pose right at the start of class, but you can do it. One more breath. Hands come to your hips and slowly lower down to your knee. If you're on a hard floor, you might add some padding by just grabbing a pillow or blanket for under your knee. And then you can reach your right hand down and we'll just stretch here for a moment. And notice if your belly has kind of gone loose, can you keep it engaged? Stay here if you'd like, or maybe taking a gentle twist to the left. Left hand and the left thigh for just a little bit of leverage. Keep lengthening through the spine as you twist. Back to center. And nice and slowly tuck your back toes, straighten your back leg, and hop it in for pyramid. Just breathing here, lengthening. And here's a great place to use a chair. You can bring your hands up. If this all the way to the floor is a little more of a stretch than you're looking for today. Wherever you are, keep breathing nice and slowly. When you're ready, step your right foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll to stand. Arms reach straight up and over, mini back bend. And hands come to heart center. Take just a moment to pause here. All right, great job everyone. We'll try the other side. Once again, you can pick up your toes, give them a wiggle. Place them back down. Weight comes to the right foot. Hands can come to your hips. Left knee comes up. Engaging through your core, maybe flex that foot and begin to straighten and bend. Once again, allowing the core to help support this pose, maybe even more than the leg. Don't worry about height here. Just go for a nice, steady, smooth movement. As long as you feel engagement, you're doing it right. Okay, last one. Keep that same core engagement as you step back for a high lunge. Check that your front knee is over your heel, back leg is strong. Arms come up to cactus. And maybe that same imaginary wall is in your way. Imagine pressing it away. One more deep breath. And take your time, lowering down. Left hand comes to the floor, and just take a moment to breathe and stretch here. And if you'd like, a little twist to the right. Stay long through the spine. Keep your core engaged as you twist. And unwind back to center. Take your time, really moving mindfully here as you tuck the back foot, straighten the back leg, and hop it forward for pyramid. All right, and instead of coming up this time, we're going to plant the hands, step back for downward dog. We're going to do a little back and forth here. On the inhale, come forward to plank, and exhale, downward dog. As an alternative, you could also do child's pose. And I'll show you knees down version. So if you do want to do that, from here to child's pose. Still getting some great core engagement. when you've had enough of that, you can come all the way down to seated. All right, how's everyone doing? Doing okay? I've got a heart face, or a heart in the chat box, so I think we're doing okay. So, I am excited to share with you a little bit of yoga play. I think most of you know that I am in a year-long advanced teacher training right now, and one of my classmates, Denise, brought this great practice to her final exam last week, or our final practicum. So this is a hands-free yoga, and she described it as when you're a kid and you're riding your bike and then you finally get that moment where you take your hands off and it feels so good. That's what we're going for here. So since we're focusing on the core, these are poses where we usually use the hands and arms for leverage, but instead we're going to just go a little bit less deep and use fully the core. So find any comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to do a hands-free twist. So sit up nice and tall, and then as you're ready, begin to twist over your left knee. Just like we usually do in twist, we'll grow tall and then twist a little deeper. Noticing those back muscles turning on a little bit along with the core. And the back is part of the core. All right, maybe seeing if you can go a little further. One more breath. And unwind. Let's pause in the middle for a couple of breaths before the other side. And when you're ready, begin the twist, this time to the right. Notice what other parts of your body want to get involved, and is it helpful or is it not helpful? For me, my neck really wants to jump in and help, and I'm gonna try to relax my shoulders and soften my neck. You might find your hip flexors right here really wanting to turn on. See if you can relax. Relax your lower body. Just keep growing tall. Shoulders relaxed. One more deep breath and unwind. All right, so now we're going to do a little child's play here, just crossing and uncrossing the legs. So we're just going to switch the cross a couple times, and it could just be just like that, and maybe coming forward a little bit to stretch through the backs of the buttocks. Or maybe you have a little bit of the dancer spirit or the gymnast spirit tonight, and you want to really lengthen the legs, play with the balance. And just notice the inkling for the back to round as you come back, and see if you can keep it nice and long. Doesn't have to look pretty. If you fall over or backwards, you can get a little laugh out of it. All right, let's just do one more. And this time we're going to alternate between Baddha Konasana, or the butterfly pose. So feet out in front of you. And they could be a little further, more like a diamond shape, rather than the classic heels right in close. And we're going to switch between this pose and boat pose. So from feet together, you can lean back, knees come together, and shins lift up. And sliding back, maybe coming forward for that little stretch. And back once more. Feet coming up any amount, keeping long through the spine still. All right, I hope everyone's doing okay. This is challenging, but hopefully it's fun. And really just go slow. You don't have to go fast. You could just do 1 or 2 rounds really slow. Okay, let's do 1 more slow round. All right, and last one, we're gonna do legs out, and let's see, I'm gonna set my mat aside for a second so I can fit in this screen without sliding. Okay, so you can stay on your mat, I just have some obstructions. So legs come out long for Dandasana or staff pose, and we are just gonna switch between this and wide leg. And once again, you can rock forward for that little bit of a stretch. Just going at your own pace. And if you don't have room for that full wide leg, either in your space or in your hips, don't worry, you can just take a little one. It could just be right here. Couple more rounds. All right. So the final no hands move for this sequence is getting yourself to standing without any hands. So find your way there however you like. All right, so now we are going to actually come back to that same series that we did before we went down to the floor, and notice if having engaged the core and worked on some play will help you come back to that even stronger. So come to the front of your mat, hands, paws at heart center. Choose a point to focus on and just take a breath or two. When you're ready, bring the weight to your left foot. Right knee comes up. And we'll straighten, flexing through the foot and bend. Keep going at your own pace. You can also hold if you want. That's pretty challenging. And when you're ready, stepping back for lunge. See if you can get that core engagement again. And then as you're ready, lower the knee. You can come back to that same twist we did last time, or having warmed up and done the seated twist, you might try an up level, a little challenge here. So you can lean forward and begin to twist using the strength of your core until maybe your elbow can rest on your leg here. Hands are at prayer. So now you're using both your core strength and a little bit of leverage to twist deeper. We're twisting. Just a couple more breaths. And unwind. Hands come down. This time we're going to take a little treat pose. Walk the right foot to the left side of the mat. Left foot to the right side of the mat and come down for pigeon pose. Lower down any amount and just relax.
If your mind starts to wander, no worries, just bring it back. Just observing where it was, but not attaching, just letting that thought float away. When you're ready, you can begin to walk your way back up
And take your sweet time finding your way into downward dog. Slowly walk or jump forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Slowly roll to stand. Arms reach overhead. And palms meet at heart center. Breathe here. And when you're ready, you can bring the weight to your right foot. Left knee lifts. Coming back to that straightening and bending. Maybe choosing to hold a little bit longer. And when you're ready, stepping back for that lunge. It's okay to slide it back if you don't quite land exactly where you want it to. Just a couple of breaths here. Feeling your own strength, your own power. Even if you're wiggling, wobbling, shaking, falling over, you are here giving it your best. As you're ready, lower your knee down. Maybe coming to that gentle twist we did the first time, or leaning forward, engaging through the core, rotating your body to the right and hooking that elbow. It's okay to adjust as you need. Once you get there, breathing deeply. The breath is going to be very restricted feeling in this pose. So when I say breathing deeply, I suppose I mean more breathing gently. Allowing the breath to reach as deeply as it can. One more inhale. Unwind. Walk the right foot over to the left and come down for pigeon pose. Any version that works for you, any level with your upper body. If you set an intention at the beginning of class, you might just bring your palms together to touch and come back to that intention. Maybe even repeat it to yourself quietly or silently.
If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back. As you're ready, you can walk yourself back up. Just slide the right foot back. We're going to sink the hips down for a version of upward dog. Your knees can be up if you'd like, or you can just keep them down like mine. Keeping the chin tucked, heart space shining forward. Some engagement in the lower abdominal muscles so that you can keep that overarch from happening in the low back. And shifting through all fours, just one last downward dog. And slowly lower down, come to seated. So that was a little bit of a challenging first part of class. Everyone made it, and now we are going to do a short meditation before lying down for some closing stretches and savasana. So if you want, you can add your socks back on. And if you know that seated meditation doesn't work for you, if your back is uncomfortable, it's okay to lie down. We're headed there after this anyways. And you can grab a sip of water, do whatever you need, grab a sweatshirt. I'll give everyone 20 seconds to get comfy. As you're ready, feel yourself grounding down to the floor. Allow your spine to grow tall and relax your shoulders. If they're not already, you can close your eyes. Soften through your neck. Soften all the muscles in your face. Just take a moment to observe your breath. Each breath like a little wave of peacefulness washing over you and soothing you. Bringing your awareness now to the solar plexus chakra, or as my teacher would say, Manipura chakra. The color associated with this chakra is yellow, so if you like, you could imagine a glowing yellow ball here. This is a healing and nourishing ball of light. Feel its warmth. You might have heard the saying, a gut feeling. A gut feeling is when you just know something, even if you don't know why. And this gut feeling is not just a saying, but it is actually something based in science. So our brain and our gut communicate with each other. We have over 500 million neurons which are connected to the brain and gut together through nerves, sending messages in both directions.
So if there's anything you're wanting to understand more, a decision you need to make but aren't sure which direction to go, take this time to maybe plant a seed of a question. Or if a question doesn't come to mind, just a moment to listen, to tune in to this part of your body. Just being patient, listening for any wisdom that might arise. The vagus nerve is one of the biggest nerves, and it sends signals from your gut to your brain and back. So just taking another few breaths to listen. So the Manipura chakra is sometimes referred to as the city of jewels. And those jewels are qualities of clarity, self-confidence, wisdom, and that ability to make correct decisions. So maybe you'll notice this week after doing this practice that you'll feel a little bit more self-confident, more energized, and maybe more clear. And almost 70% of our immune system is in the gut. So maybe in this calm and meditative state, also planting a seed, the importance of what you eat and your immunity. You know what is healthy for you. The Manipura chakra is associated with digestion. And so eating lots of fruits and vegetables, getting that good fiber, nuts and seeds, grains, drinking plenty of water, and our gut is affected by stress. So you've already made so many good decisions today by taking this time to reduce your stress so that your digestion can do what it needs to do and that brain and gut connection can stay healthy. Each of the chakras has a sound associated with it, and it's said that by saying or even just listening to that sound, you can activate or energize that chakra. So the sound is Ram, R-A-M, and I'll say it just a few times. You can listen or you can chant along. Ram. 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 Maybe you've had some sort of insight or experience in focusing your energy on your Manipura chakra, or maybe you felt nothing at all. But just know by taking this time to bring your attention here, you might experience some positive things throughout the week. So as you're ready to come back to movement, you can flutter your eyes open, bring your hands to your knees, and we'll just take a couple of cat-cow breaths. Rounding back and coming forward, stretching long. And really just move however feels good for you. Maybe taking some circles. And when you're ready, you can come all the way down to lying on your back. From here, you can hug your knees in nice and close and maybe rock a little side to side. Another great pose for this chakra and for digestion is Pavanmuktasana, wind removing pose. So you can hug your right knee in close and let your left leg come out long. For a little extra engagement, you can float that left foot off the floor, lengthening through your heel. Squeeze the right leg in nice and close. Tuck your chin and breathe. We'll take about 5 slow breaths here. Ready? Hug your left knee back in and switch. Right leg comes out long. So I follow this nutritionist online called Pickup Limes like the citrus. And she was sharing this tip of putting chia seeds in water for extra fiber. And I've been doing that this week and it's been kind of fun. I've read stories online of people overdoing it with chia seeds, so if you do that, if you do try putting chia in your water, just start with a tablespoon or even less. Let it soak for 5 to 10 minutes and then you can drink it throughout the day. I fill up a really big bottle of water with the chia because you don't want to have too much chia without a lot of water. And then relax your leg down. Let your left leg come out long. Stretch your arms overhead. Big full body stretch. And we'll take a figure 4 here. So crossing, bending both knees and crossing right ankle over left thigh. You can hug it in. You can be still or you can rock side to side, whatever you like. So I'm wondering if anyone out there is planning a garden for springtime leading into summer. I just planted my first seeds in a very long time, since I was a kid today. They were mustard green seeds. And yeah, I'm just taking it one thing at a time because I don't know much about gardening. But if you planted something, I'd love to know what you're planning, what you recommend. And take your time switching sides. Maybe switching the grip on your hands and noticing if one side is a little bit tighter than the other side. When you're ready, you can unwind. And if you'd like, you can take a happy baby, reaching for the outsides of the feet or just the backs of the legs. And as silly as it looks, I love rocking side to side, getting a little back massage. What a moment to be caught on camera. I suppose I don't really care. And come back to center, relax your legs, and we'll just take a final twist. You can do any twist that you like. I'm just going to open my arms wide, cross right leg over left, slide the hips a little to the right, and drop my knees. Take some nice full breaths. Seeing if you can invite a gentleness, a softening in whichever place feels the tightest or the most restricted along your spine. So I think we had 6 people joining tonight, which is awesome. I am so honored to be your yoga guide on Tuesday nights. And I hope everyone's doing a little bit of yoga in between. If you're not, I'm happy to help you come up with a personal routine that you can do in between sessions. Last January, I hosted a kind of create your home yoga routine workshop, and that was really fun. And if anyone is interested in that again, I can host it in April sometime. Slowly come back to center. And as you're ready, come to the other side. Few more breaths. Slowly find your way back to center. Take any final poses that feel good, maybe a windshield wiper with the legs, a bridge pose, whatever you like. And when you're ready, you can find your final resting pose, Savasana. Once you get there, completely relax your entire body. Relax your head, all the muscles in your face. Relax your neck and throat. Relax your shoulders, your collar. Both arms relaxing. Your chest and upper back relaxing. Your belly and lower back relaxing. hips and pelvic bowl relaxed. Your whole right leg relaxing. And your whole left leg relaxing. Relax your right foot, your left foot, and all 10 toes. Finally, relax your mind and your whole body from bones to skin, moving now into an even deeper state of relaxation. Feel yourself as peaceful as a butterfly resting down on a leaf. Allow yourself to just relax. In this relaxed state, you might bring your attention, your focus to your third chakra. That place right in your center, right behind your navel. And you might just silently ask a question. When do I feel most energized? When or what makes me feel most energized? Don't worry if nothing comes up. You don't have to hear words, but just planting the seed, this question, you might be more aware throughout your week. And a second question, what can I do to bring more energy and vitality into my life, into my days? And finally, perhaps the same question asked in a different way. What kind of nourishment is my body seeking? What type of nourishment can I provide? Maybe keep these questions in mind throughout your week, and you can reflect or journal on maybe one small change you'd like to make as we lead into spring to support your own vitality, support your own self-confidence, to tap into your own wisdom. You are amazing. You are a wonderful person. And sometimes it's just a matter of coming back to remembering that. I know I sure do. When you're ready, you can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a few deep breaths. And then take your time, rolling to one side and slowly up to seated. get there, you can rub your hands together and place them on your belly. Sending that message, I am here, I am listening, and I am ready. All right, thank you so much to all you beautiful souls out there. Thanks to Matt for playing music, and I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Namaste. All right, see everyone next Tuesday.